Hey guys, I'm Ali Ha, also known on the streets as Pufferella. I'm here today at this art show for the Level Gallery. I have one of my art pieces in it. It's a psychic artwork made with two people discussing how I have no future. And the girl is crying because she has no future. The psychic just told her. It's a really sad piece, but it's also very funny. You can't see it because this is a podcast. And this is my first podcast. And I have 5 minutes to fill with you people. So we're going to see how this all goes. So let's talk a little bit about the streets, making art, and what happens between all of that for me personally. So I like to go to my art studio and I work on giant pieces that I sew and then I paint. And then after that, when I'm all done, I take a photo and then I put that onto the streets. It's not really the whole piece. It'll just be like a close-up. And I write something underneath that like says something about a moment. It might have nothing to do with that piece, but now it's that piece on the street. And then I put that street piece up. And eventually, either maybe it falls down. I'd like to think it falls down. But I also think there's like these street people who steal things. Like, and I'm not the best, I admit it. I use like double-sided tape. It's outdoor, indoor, double-sided tape, so it's not cheap or anything. But it's not crackle stickers, which I might have to move on to because none of my pieces last. There's one that is lasted, and it's the sunlight. It's like a faded image, so it's not even what it was, but it's still there. So I know it can last. But you know, I don't mind the collectors, because like it's nice. It's nice to know that you care. Or maybe you don't. Maybe you hate me. Maybe you're somebody that's walking around hating me so much, taking down everything I do around all the city. And I don't know, maybe you see me in London. Maybe you see me in Japan. Who knows? But either hate me, love me, it's all okay. Because this is the circle that is the streets and me and my artwork. And so even though I try to give up the streets, I still have these little projects that happen. But today we're here about gallery art. Gallery art. Ah, the world of gallery art. Will my piece sell today? Questionable. It's $4,500. Does that sound like a lot to you? No? I think that's a fair price. I mean, I've been doing this for 20 plus years. I'm not going to say how long because that makes me really old. But I think like it's hard. It's hard even if you sell sometimes. You don't always sell. And it's not all about selling. I like to think that my work is beyond that. It's really about what the artwork is, and that I was there in this moment in time to make that artwork. If I wasn't there in this moment in time, this exact place, at that exact time, being a jobless artist, working in my studio on a Monday at noon, you know, that piece wouldn't have been created the way that it was created. So here we are. Here's just how it all is, and that's what I have to tell you. How am I doing on time?
Doing good. What medium do you like to work through?
Oh, so my work, I use found. So like currently, I just did one piece that's on a bed sheet. And so I take that bed sheet and then I take like an ex-lover's jeans or like my mom's old t-shirt, whoever gives me stuff, and I see what I think is going to go well together, and I kind of collage it in a way, and then I sew it. And then when I'm all done and I feel like everything's kind of a basic object of what it's going to be, I like paint in the details. And that's not fully accurate because sometimes with some things like faces or something I know I need to work on before it's sewn in, I'll do that maybe a little bit before, but most of the painting, especially the backgrounds, and I think people think that's interesting that I do my backgrounds last, but I can't see it. I can't see the piece because it's not like I know exactly. The way I start with my ideas is that I have words a funny thing that I think of that I think will maybe be an art piece. And I write that down, and I don't even know if that's really the idea yet. And then I like kind of toy with it, and then I start sketches, and then I go to the larger work once I'm feeling that that's where I'm headed. So and that sketch is just like the main thing. So it's not even really the details. I don't know what people's faces are going to look like or what screens are going to say. And that all just comes to me as I approach each part. And so the background is like the last part. I can't see the scene because I haven't decided where this place is yet. So.
Before we close out, can you give us a motivational quote or vignette that that connects with you?
Sure. I would say because my artwork is very humorously based on relationships and love and dating, that men are my artwork. In the end, if I look at all of my artwork, and they all know it, all of my past lovers, they know what their work is for which one of them. And that's really, I'm almost like, sadly, the Taylor Swift of the art world, making artwork, but, that is who I am. I have to accept it.
Picasso did that also.
Oh, did he?
Yes, Picasso, a lot of his muses came from the women that he dealt with.
Oh, that's true. Yes, that's true. That's true.
And he also, the S.STREET, that period that he was doing art with Black. He also was visiting prostitutes and where he was at. I forgot where he was at, but they was visiting where prostitutes be. I forgot what they call that. And the S.STREET is based off, lovers that people be slept with.
Yes, I'm definitely not the first artist to have muses.
We all have muses. To close this out, if a person wanted to connect with you, to follow your work and what you're doing, where can they find you at?
Sure. I am artist Aliha, ALIHA, on both my Instagram and my website. So that's .com or at Instagram. So find me there.
Any last words?
No, just keep doing it. Do it. Don't stop. You never know where you're going to end up.